Hi, it's Adam from Reality Manifestation, and within this video, I'm going to be going through how to change how your subconscious mind filters information with the Reticular Activating System. By the end of this video, you'll understand how your subconscious mind with the Reticular Activating System creates limits and limitations, which might not even actually be there in reality, but creates it within your perception, and also how to change what your Reticular Activating System is bringing into your conscious awareness, so you condition yourself to see opportunity and also to have your subconscious mind work as your ally, directing you towards your goals rather than creating psychological blind spots that literally filters out possibilities and opportunities that may lead you towards achieving those goals. And with that said, let's get straight into it. The Reticular Activating System is basically an aspect of our mind, basically filters and decides what should come into our conscious awareness based on what we've deemed and conditioned our subconscious mind to decide what's important to us. Just believe the conscious mind, so basically what's within our conscious awareness at any one time could be anywhere from just 3 to 9 or 5 to 7 different things at any one given time. And because of this huge limitation of the conscious mind, of only being able to handle such small bits of information in comparison to the subconscious mind, the role of the Reticular Activating System is to help our conscious mind become aware of vitally important pieces of information or stimuli and what's going on all around us to help keep us safe and to make sure we don't miss out on anything that's important for our aims and towards our goals. Now, this serves a very important role for our survival, as it can also help us become aware of potential threats and danger or opportunities, to seek shelter, food, and that's what it's originally designed for. It can also come with many limitations if we don't become consciously aware of what our Reticular Activating System is filtering and what information it's giving towards our conscious mind, because we're creatures of deletion. So basically, we're constantly deleting stimuli, data and information that's happening all around us because of being able to handle only so much at any given time. And our minds are always wanting to prove to us that we're correct and that we're right. So whatever we believe in, the Reticular Activating System is always going to find evidence from all around you to prove that your beliefs are right. So as you can probably already tell, this can create many psychological blind spots. So for example, if you believe that you're always going to be in poverty, or maybe you only believe this but it's on a subconscious level, your Reticular Activating System is always going to look for self-evidence to prove that you're forever going to remain in poverty, and any situation that could prove otherwise, that you could actually be abundant or maybe that you already are, it's going to either delete or distort that information that it may bring or may not bring to your conscious awareness, and is more likely to only bring to the conscious awareness evidence that further proves your already held beliefs. So to continue with this current example, that you're in poverty and there's no opportunities or no way of getting out of poverty. So it's vitally important to understand that the mind is always wanting to prove to you that what you believe is right. So if you have a disempowering belief, your Reticular Activating System is always and constantly looking to reconfirm your beliefs and to prove that you're right. To give a quick analogy of how the Reticular Activating System works, picture a rather large carpet and a broom, and the broom is constantly sweeping underneath the carpet, and this represents all these bits of information, stimuli and experiences being picked up by the subconscious mind through the Reticular Activating System, and it's constantly being swept under the carpet of your subconscious mind. And the only bits of information that aren't swept under the carpet of the subconscious mind is what's been conditioned or deemed as important to come into your conscious awareness. So to give you a quick example, have you ever noticed whenever you've purchased a particular car, or someone you know personally has a particular brand of car, and as they've just recently gotten it. Or it's the same with a piece of clothing, and then you notice it everywhere, and you're like, how come everyone all of a sudden has this particular car or this piece of clothing? Has this only just recently happened? Now, sometimes that may actually be the case, and maybe just a particular piece of clothing has come into fashion, or a new car has just become popular. Ironically, just as I've said that, a car went past in the background and I had to re-record it. A little synchronicity there. So going back to it, so you've started to notice this car or this particular piece of clothing around, and chances are that it was always there, but your reticular activating system was never bringing it into your conscious awareness. But now, since you have that piece of clothing or that new car, or it's important to someone very close to you, and subconsciously you've associated that with being important, it now gets filtered and brought up to your conscious awareness through the reticular activating system. This is one of the main reasons why being so clear on your goals and outcomes is vitally important, because you're literally telling your reticular activating system to search and scan all around you, moment to moment, for what's important and relevant to your goals. So if any opportunity arises that will help you towards that achievement of that goal or outcome, it will literally take it from around you that might have only been in your subconscious awareness and bring it to your conscious awareness. So another example is when you've been at a party and hear your name being said, even though they're actually on about someone else with the same name and they've not even said it very loudly, or someone who's very important to you, but all of a sudden you just pick it up consciously and it just takes your mind away from whatever it was that you was currently focusing on. So that's another example of the power of the reticular activating system and why it's important to get it on board with what your goals and outcomes are. So to practically apply this, as I've already mentioned with goals already, which I'll cover more in a future video, but for now, a very powerful but simple way of controlling of what your reticular activating system will bring to your conscious awareness is through questions. So for example, if you were to ask yourself empowering questions such as, how can I easily make more money or become more abundant? What's great in my life right now? Or if I really wanted to feel grateful, what could I feel grateful for if I really wanted to? Questions literally change what your reticular activating system will delete or not delete and what it will bring up into your conscious awareness. So you could be in the exact same situation and scenario, but based on the questions you ask yourself, have a completely different experience of the same event. Another way of changing what your reticular activating system will delete or not delete and bring into your conscious awareness is by actively and consciously deciding what to focus on. So if you decide to consciously make an effort and look for what you could be grateful for or what you could possibly achieve or the opportunities around you, and you make this a pattern, basically a habit, you will eventually condition your reticular activating system to search for this automatically, and you'll start to find more opportunities that never seemed to be there before, even though they'd always been there all around you. But the difference now is that your reticular activating system is no longer deleting it and bringing it into your conscious awareness. So remember, there may actually already be ample opportunities for something you're wanting all around you, but your reticular activating system has been filtering it out and stopping you from perceiving it. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, if you could like and subscribe, as this lets us know what kind of videos you want us to make more of, and also if you could comment down below how you're going to apply this for whatever particular goals or outcomes you're after achieving, and if you could also share this with anyone who you think would benefit from this information. I hope you found this useful, and I shall see you soon.